Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning on this lovely Saturday and welcome to another episode of the Passion-Preneurship Series. This is Joey from Amway Singapore joining you this morning. Now you may ask, what exactly is Passion-Preneurship? It's simply a saying of passion plus entrepreneurship and the influence in relationship between both. Everybody has some sort of passion in life, but not everyone can turn their passion into income-generating business. Last week we have heard from Diamond Kok and today we are excited to have another leader to share more with us on how she discovered her passion and turned it into income for her Amway business. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Founders Platinum Judy Tan.
Welcome to a session of sharing on Passion-Preneurship. What does that mean? It's how I managed to turn my passion into income. Let's get started.
Hi Judy, can you tell us a little more about yourself?
Sure. For those who don't know me, my name is Judy. Before doing Amway full-time, I was a cabin crew for Singapore Airlines for almost 22 years. I started flying when I was in my early 20s. I was young and I felt flying was fun initially. I visited many countries and it was indeed my dream job. As the years goes by, the flight duration became shorter, therefore working hours became longer. And yes, we get to shop, to sightsee, but most of the time we didn't get to have ample rest. Being a cabin crew, I used a lot of makeup and skincare. Of course, I am most passionate about artistry. Whatever country I visited, I would visit Amway. What do girls do together when we are overseas? We do masks. We play with different skincare and makeup together while chit-chatting in the rooms. My colleagues would gather in my hotel room and they would get to know more about artistry. That's how I first got a community of friends to begin using artistry. My husband, Edmund, started the Amway business after he benefited from Nutrilite weight management products, which brought his weight down by more than 10 kg. That's how it gotten me interested to learn about nutrition. Before he lost that weight, I taught him all the wrong methods to weight management. I was also into sporty activities like Zumba and K-pop. Through that, we got to know a lot of new friends, and friends started coming to me with their skincare issues and to Edmund on health issues. Helping people became our passion. We had common topics to talk about.
So after being in the air for almost 22 years, what makes you finally land your feet on the ground?
It all went well and I enjoyed the passion that I had outside work until one fine day while working on my way to Melbourne, something dramatic happened. I had a stroke on board, and after a few hours, my plane had to make an emergency landing into Perth. Edmund flew over the next day, and I had to stay in Perth for about a month. My body checks were all along good. I did my exercises, ate right, and yet stroke happened to me. At that time, I realized how working long hours, not having enough rest, had brought a toll on my health. I simply didn't rest enough. From then onwards, my focus was on nutrition and getting my health back. There's no medication or a cure for stroke patients. That's why I went therapy, acupuncture, and it took a few months for me to recuperate. I learned the importance of eating right and filling the gap with suitable and high-quality supplements. Friends who heard about my incidents were amazed at how fast I recovered. I became more comfortable sharing my story. By sharing the story, it sort of helped many who had similar incidents not to get discouraged. After quitting my company, I continued to teach not only skincare and makeup. I became proficient in nutrition and thus also understand the importance it is to keep an active lifestyle.
Impressive! So what shall we do if we want to start and maintain an active lifestyle like yours?
We should eat right, never compensate in taking cheaper but low quality supplements, always on the go to enjoy natural outdoors and rest well when needed. That's the reason which encouraged us to take part in the Trim and Fit Chat together with my like-minded friends, and all my team members achieved Tier 2 reward. We also did activities like dragon boat, sport activities like badminton, beach volleyball, running cube marathons, and we were even organizing kayaking. We were able to gather. Then came the COVID circuit breaker. Before COVID, we could meet physically. But when the circuit breaker came, we were all stuck at home. A lot of Singaporeans work from home, and we end up having more free time. Everyone's priority was no longer makeup. Cause we were mostly at home, or when we were out, we wear masks. Now tell me, what's the favorite pastime of Singaporeans? That's food. Everyone became a baker, and I started my new passion, cooking. From then, I started having a community of foodies. All thanks to the social media platforms, we were able to do that. When we are cooped up at home, most of us put on some weight. That's when we started group exercising through Zoom. That way, we are constantly in touch with our friends, be it nutrition, ways to keep up our immunity during COVID, and exercising. At the time of the circuit breaker, we could only go out in pairs. Edmund and I decided that we will continue to be healthy and fit. We gathered friends to join the community challenge, and that helped us achieve our weight target by training together virtually. By engaging our friends, that's how our team grew. Hiking became another reason our team grew. From just the two of us, we got to know new friends, and we were able to gather more friends with common interests to hike with us. Of course, this was done according to the restrictions imposed during the different times of the pandemic.
It seems like you have built a variety of different focus communities during the past 2 years. How has that advantaged you in your Amway business?
With the nutrition knowledge learned, Edmund and I found ourselves having the abilities to help more people than before. We eventually managed to gather a community of friends with similar interests in gaining good health. And we became the person to turn to whenever friends have questions in both skincare and nutrition knowledge, ways to boost their immunity. During the pandemic, we were constantly looking for ways to interact. With the changes of COVID restrictions in Singapore, we managed to meet in Zoom and also do more outdoor activities. That is why, despite the pandemic, we managed to grow our business by moving up 2 pins. We achieved Sydney and Alaska incentive trips. These community group activities eventually convert into business in the most natural way. People tend to trust your judgment and the choice of products as we garner more rapport via regular group activities. Friends start texting me when they are COVID positive. I became their MOH. It became a natural way to seek advice from me. I would recommend them the necessary measures to be done and the food considered healthy eating and what sort of supplements to be taken.
And lastly, any last thoughts for our audience before we end today's sharing?
As business became a natural process, I found with good intentions of helping people live better, everything just fell into the right places. Especially during the COVID situation, helping people cope with nutrition knowledge, our consumer group grew, and with the expansion of different communities, our business volume grew as well. Strangers that follow my YouTube or Facebook page eventually became my APC, and some of them till now I have not met yet. Adhering to our principle of fixating our focus in helping people and helping our team grow, we believe we can eventually achieve even higher pin together, with our business partners also moving up. We just have to grow our passion and continue to do what's right and have the right intentions. Thank you everyone. Stay safe.